Hey kids, it's Monster Forge again, and guess what time it is? Exactly what it is. And today I got this. Cool. End of the video. See you later. No, there's something in that box. Bag box. It's a bag box. It's a bagged box, or boxes rather. Yeah. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's a surprise. Wait a minute. Oh, that's right. Okay, for a minute I thought I had only ordered 2 of these things, but I remember now I ordered 3. These are movable modeling. It's movable modeling, and once again, movable modeling. These are little kits that I picked up on Aliexpress for, they were really decently priced. I think they were like $3.50 something. Oh, I didn't even know there were different models. Well, these are the ones right now that are available on Aliexpress. Oh, it's ant animation. Is this an animation for ants? No, but these are these knight figures, and I keep comparing it to like the Dummy 13 kits, but these are different. These are closer to that Black Warrior that I had in an earlier video. If you look back in my videos, I make a lot of videos, so if you look back you'll see a lot of things. But no, it was I think this is based on that same frame that's underneath these figures. Yeah, see, there's like, if you look there on this side, there's the frame underneath it, and it's the same frame as in that Black Warrior video, but the armor on this is so much more intricate. And he comes with like he's got these extra armor pieces that you can trade out. They have skulls on them. And what I like about this one is I picked up a red one, and I picked 2 of the blue ones up. One of them's for a friend and one of them's for me, but they have alternate heads. So like one head has sort of a human, I don't know if you can see it or not on here. Let's see. One of them has like a human face, and the other one is a skull face. And I just think they look really cool. And let's see. Yeah, that kind of, you can see the Umi face there, which I don't think the eyes are painted. I think that's something you can do. And they don't have the skull. I wonder if the other one has, no, the other one has a human face too. But anyway, let's see what's in a box of these things. It's probably sprues. I haven't really seen a picture of what they look like when you get them out of the box, but this is it's the red one. Or this is the blue one. I think this is the blue one. Yep, it's the blue one. And it comes with a really nice set of colored instructions. That's always a bonus. Wait, if this is the blue one and it has the red instructions, I'll never be able to put it together. Oh no. But you can see, let's see. It kind of lets you see. This is kind of, I mean, this is exactly the same construction as those other sets, or the Black Warrior set that I had before. So this should be pretty fun. Yeah. Nice. And you get inside the package, looks like a couple of pieces. Oh, okay. Oh, so there's 2. Oh, I had it out of focus. Looks like 2 human faces, but they seem to be identical. I think. I'm not sure. They seem to be identical, but there's the skull face, right? right there. So that's really cool. Knowing me, they'll probably keep the skull faces forever. I wanted to get this one with the blue because I want to kind of have it with my Skeletor collection. I know he's not Skeletor, but he's like a skull face guy, so that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, these are nice. The details are really crisp. Of course, I have it out of focus, so you can't see how crisp it is. The details are really crisp. Like, you can see the sword in there is really nice. The armor plating is really cool. And see, this is just a basic frame. The black parts are just the basic frame that everything fits on top of. So yeah, let me, that's one of the blue ones. Other blue one is for a friend. And let's see how the red looks. Oh yeah, that's a nice, I like that gold. It's a really rich gold. Let's see, we got the faces floating around in here. Trying to get it where you can actually see the face. Okay, here we go. Yeah, those are nice. It has sort of like a noble looking face to it. And the skull is right here. I don't know if I can get that one to flip around inside the thing. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna have them out. I'm gonna have them out soon enough, so I'll stop this and put these together and we'll see how they are. Okay, so here I am again. I've put the guys together, and I apologize for the change in the background. I'm not at home, and this is kind of an impromptu setup. It's paper towels, the magic of paper towels. Anywho, put these guys together, and I gotta say, these figures are amazing. They're very similar. The skeletal structure that's underneath the bodies is identical to this guy, the black warrior figure that I did in a previous video. And if you have these guys standing straight up, do a little adjusting here. If you have them standing straight up, you can see that they are very similar in build, and that's because the structure underneath is the same as the structure underneath this guy. I mean, identical. They were even on the same kind of sprue, no difference whatsoever. Now, it came in several parts. There's, you know, like the armor pieces in different parts. The faces were actually separate. They were floating around in the package. I decided to, because I kind of want this guy to be like a Skeletor type. He has the skull face. And also I chose, you have two options with the armor, not just the colors, because they come, you know, they're run in certain colors, the sprues are, but you have options as far as like the details on that. For one, you have the option to have like the human face or the skull face. You can't really see it all that well. Yeah, you can see it now. The light catches the teeth in there and everything, and he doesn't have eyes. Now, the eyes aren't painted on the human face, so you can paint it however you want, which I will. I'll eventually. And everything comes apart, and there's like an actual skeleton underneath. I did glue some pieces because they were just a little too loose. And so what I did was these little parts right here that fit up against the bicep, they don't always click in the place they're supposed to. It's like there might be a little bit warped. And another thing that I glued was this little band that goes around the wrist here. With each one of these models, it was like one arm they fit on tightly and you didn't need to glue it, but the other one did. On this one, it just happens to be on the left arm. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a little bit of shiny there of the glue, which if I ever decide to paint these up, you know, other than just painting the faces. But you'll notice when you look at the armor on these guys, you have options as far as like the knee pads. This one, they're just sort of ornament, or sort of the, what is it? The trim on it is, and this is blank with just a trim around it, and this one has skulls on it, and it's the same way with the forearm guards. You can get the plain or the skull, and each kit comes with, you know, the options. So it's really up to you. So I just figured, you know, with my skull guy here, I would use the skull pieces. But the parts they come with. Oh, well, one thing that makes these guys different than this guy right here is he has more like robotic or squared off hands. It's really just a variation of the dummy 13 figures. But they are a little bit more robotic, so it's kind of fitting for this robot looking guy. But what was cool was in with the parts, and they're molded in the color of like the shield and the trim on the armor and all. It has hands that are more organic sort of hands. They're more rounded off. And another thing that's different is instead of having like squared off, it's not in focus. Instead of having squared off holes for the accessories, they're round. So the accessories are, you know, you can move them around a good bit. But anyway, just to kind of show you what the accessories are. Come on. They fit in tight too, which is really good. That's the shield. And the shield actually consists of 3 parts. There's the back, well, 4 parts, sorry. There's the back of it. There's the handle, which you can take the handle out. Like if you wanted to attach it to anything that has that same size hole. And then the blue piece is another part. And the little silver ornamentation here is a separate part too. There's a lot of parts that went into making these guys. Because like everywhere you see blue on a gray background, or vice versa, it's different pieces that pop together. So it's nice the way that works. But like each piece, like the little decoration on the shoulder there, that's a separate piece. The helmet is 1, 2, 3 pieces with the face sandwiched between. But they were fun to put together. They're not difficult at all. And when you put one together, like the second one, you can put it together without even looking at the instructions. But he also comes with a sword, and it has sort of like a dragon type motif on it or something, or demon or something like that. But the sword is actually 2 parts. The pommel, you know, the little thing on the end of the handle comes out, and that's how you get it into the hand. But you know, that's what it looks like. You can choose to leave that off, but I just like the extra look of that on the end. But you do have to remove that when you put it in the figure's hand, and then just pop it on the end. So not unlike some, you know, McFarlane figures, they have the weapons with the 2 parts so it can fit in the hand better. Yeah. But take a look at the actual articulation of the figure. You get, you know, it's the same articulation as this guy, but the way the armor fits, it's better on this one because there's more room for moving the joints around. On this one, he's kind of limited at the shoulders, especially because of the armor there, but also because of the design of the chest. Where the socket fits into the arm, these kind of come out. So there's a ball joint at the neck and at the base of the neck, so you can get a lot of movement out of it. Now you're kind of limited by that collar on there, but not terribly. And let's see. He has a good range of movement up and down at the shoulder. He can go back and forward like a butterfly. And the way the shoulders are made, oh, I would pull that off, wouldn't I? The way the shoulder's made, there's a little ball joint inside of the shoulder pad, and it connects to a thing on the actual shoulder piece. And showing you without the armor on there, you get a bicep swivel. You get about a 90-degree elbow. The wrist is on a ball joint, and it gives you a good bit of range. You can actually, I'll show you in a minute that, but the shoulder pad, like I said, it fits onto the peg right here, and there's a ball joint on top of that peg, and so you can move the shoulder pad all around. He has a couple of joints in the torso, so he has a little bit of range. I mean, it's not like a huge range of motion, but you can crunch him down a good bit and a little bit back. But he does turn, but it's limited too. He has the skirts on him. They flip up to one position on each one, so you can get some range of movement there in the hips and going forward. But I mean, it's no more so than you do with most armored figures. He has, let me get this back out of the way. He has, there's a ball joint. There's basically 3 ball joints in the crotch area. There's a ball joint for each hip, and there's a ball joint in the middle that gives it a little bit more range of motion. You can tip one side up and one down, so you can kind of do that. He has a little bit over a 90-degree hinge at the knee, and he has a ball joint in the ankle that's got a pretty good range. I haven't done it, but the instructions said that these peg holes on the bottom of the feet, the front 2 are compatible with some Lego type stands or the pegs or whatever. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. And this hole is fitted for like a magnet, so you can magnetize the feet. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I'll show you now. There it is. One cool thing you can do, if I get the wrists right, just as far as articulation, one thing that's nice about the wrist, if I can not lose parts of the sword here, you can actually tilt it so he can have a pointing sword. So you go, have it the foul fiend. Or he can, I have the power. You know how it goes. But yeah, these are really nice figures. They stand like right around 5 inches tall. So they're not going to be to scale with your Marvel Legends type figures, and they're not really going to be to scale with like Star Wars size figures, you know, the 3 3/4 inch, unless you want it to be like a kind of a big guy, like a giant dude or whatever. So they kind of scale towards 5-inch stuff. They're not bulky enough to be, you know, fit in with He-Man type stuff, the 5.5-inch figures, because they're usually like big and muscly. Yes, I did say muscly. They are big and muscly, so these guys are a little bit thinner than that. So they kind of are their own thing, unless you can, you know, you have some figures that are right around 5 inches and kind of a normal size, like maybe some of the older Power Rangers figures or something like that. Not really sure. I wanted these guys to just be, you know, kind of their own little display pieces and kind of fidget around type figures. But I got these. I'm not sure exactly what the price was for. I think they were like $3.50. And this is way more articulated than some of the toys that are in the field right now for twice that or more. So yeah, I would definitely recommend these. They're on Aliexpress, and they aren't identified by the name that's on the package. The movable modeling. They mixed up the O and the D. it's supposed to be modeling, but I'm calling him a modeling figure. I'll put the actual name of what they are in the... Oh, one other thing. Hold on. Yeah, I did want to show you this. I didn't really notice this until after I put together the kits. But on the sprue that has like the actual... I'll show you this too. The skeleton frame, you get extra hands. You get an extra sword that's just like the sword that comes with the Black Warrior figure. And you can tell I've done a little bit of painting on him. This is just the first coat. I'll put another coat on. But yeah, these figures are nice for painting. They take paint really well. But anyway, you get extra hands here, hands here. For some reason, well, this was a part that was on this figure for different armor pieces to fit on it. But you don't use this piece. There's a different piece altogether. But there's a staff, and it also comes with that little peg where you can peg the sword onto the staff, which it'll work with the swords here as well. But also, you know, you can see here, these are the extra armor pieces, like the skull armor pieces that were on the knees and the forearms. But yeah, you get extra stuff in there, and like I showed in the earlier part of the video, you also get the two, for some reason you get 2 human faces with each one of these, and 1 skull face, which you can see the skull face better there and the human face. But these are great figures for like $350 or whatever. You're getting a pretty good deal. So I'll put the name that they're identified as on Aliexpress down below. I'm having a problem with posting links on YouTube, so I'm trying to get that rectified. But anyway, yeah, these are pretty cool figures, and you know, if you want some, check out Aliexpress. They're cheap as dirt and well worth the price. So until the next time, Monster Forge out.